Slimehouse TV, myself Theo Kane, and welcome to a brand new episode of All Figured Out. It's been a hot minute since we did one, so I want to get straight into it because Floston Paradise have sent me a nice package of toys to review. As always, this episode is sponsored by Floston Paradise. That's fpcollectibles.com, the best place in England to get all the mad American toys, all the stuff that you usually have to order from other countries in America and get hit with import charges. They get all the cool stuff. They bring it over here to the UK for you so that you can buy it directly from them and not have to worry about no import charges. And today they've sent me a bag of cool stuff. So, as always as well, these toys aren't always available. Always. I'm saying always a lot. But yeah, these toys are not always available from Floston Paradise. By the time I get them, they've already sold out, or they're like exclusives and there were just a few in there that they got over and they were all like pre-ordered and that kind of thing. But it just goes to show the kind of things that they do get. So bear in mind, everything I've got today, not everything is available from their website, but some stuff is, and there's plenty of other cool shit. So head over to fpcollectibles.com, have a look and bag yourself something and let them know that Slimehouse sent you. So first of all, this figure, I've been wanting to get this for ages. I'm showing you my new setup as well. So I have this camera that I talked to, and then I've got, boom, this one, which is the toy cam. So this figure is the Phantom Starkiller. You can see that, and it's by a dude called Killer Bootlegs. So this is the crazy world that we live in now. A bootlegger who makes toys, mashing up Star Wars figures and recasting them in resin and making his own characters, can now get a deal with Super 7 to release their own figure. So this is the ReAction Phantom Starkiller, and this is I think it's the glow-in-the-dark version, or it might not glow in the dark, but it looks like it should glow in the dark. But check that bad boy. Anything with a skull on it, and a skull and a hood, I'm instantly sold, and this is no exception. So if you look on his Instagram, Killer Bootlegs, this guy's called. Wow, bashing my camera. This guy here, look, Killer Bootlegs. Check that guy out on Instagram. He makes some wicked stuff, and he's like one of the top boys. He's up there with Sucklord. Shouts to Sucklord and them, man. He's up there with these resin casters. There was like a mad insurgence of them about like 10 years ago or something, and he's one of like the original guys. When you think of bootleg resin Star Wars figures, you think of Sucklord and you think of Killer Bootlegs. These are like the top boy guys that were doing it, and he created this character called the Phantom Starkiller. So the fact that we've even got one of these in England is really hard unless you were going to get one sent over from America. But even the ones in America were like so hard to get. They were like, the first ones were released as an exclusive at a Comic-Con, and then he must have done some other colours. This is not the original Comic-Con coloured one. This is like a new one. I don't think it glows in the dark looking at it, but it looks very much like the glow in the dark colours. I've literally only just pulled these out of the package that I was sent. But yeah, there's some information about him on the back. So head over to that guy's Instagram, have a look what he does, and then go to FP Collectibles and see if they've got any left, because that's really cool. Next up is this guy, Nosferatu, another exclusive, I think this, or another like a recast of their one that they did before, because the original one they did, it had this Ed Repka artwork in colour, but it also had the figure in colour. And then what they've done, it's the Halloween series, so it looks like they've done another repaint, but this one is not a repaint, it's a recast, because it's, look, my favourite, and if you watch this show, you know it's my favourite, translucent. I'm mad for that translucent shit. I used to call it transparent, and then people in the comments started correcting me, so translucent, and I love that shit. Look, you shine a light through it and it looks fucking awesome. It's got that bad boy Ed Repka art again there. It might be Ed Repka, or is it yeah, Ed Repka. It's sometimes Jason Edmonston as well. Shouts to Jason Edmonston, follows me on Instagram now. And yeah, this is the Halloween series, so that one is also fucking awesome. Let me know what you're thinking about this new setup as well, because like, I film these videos on my own. I don't have no crew with me anymore when I'm doing these, because I don't really like to get crew around just so they can film me open toys. Like, maybe if I were paying them a wage, which we don't at Slimehouse, everyone works for free. Next up, we've got Hordak. So check this guy. There's a new line of the Motu Masters of the Universe Super 7 reaction figures that they've just released, and one of them is this guy, Hordak. I don't know how rare this one is. I think I've heard that this one is quite rare, so we're lucky to even have one to look at. But check that guy, Hordak from the Evil Horde. Hordak's one of my favourite characters from Masters of the Universe, because not from the original cartoon, he was the enemy of She-Ra, but then in 2003, 2006, when would it have been? Maybe 2003, I'm saying. They re-released He-Man Masters of the Universe as a brand new cartoon, and they never released the final season of it, but it was all building up to this guy coming, and he was like a bad man. He was the guy that had Skeletor shook, was Hordak and his Evil Horde, so I've always liked this guy. I mean, I've always liked him as a kid, from the original from the original Masters of the Universe figures, and we talked about this a little bit when I reviewed the brand new like remakes of the old Masters of the Universe figures that they've been doing in the Filmation cartoon style. There's a video on here that you can see where we review all them and look at the old one and the new one and compare them, and I talk a bit about how much of a bad man Hordak is. And yeah, man, check that guy. That's a 6 sculpt, and as always we said that these are like, if Kenner got the Masters of the Universe license in the 80s, this is what they would have created. So I like these because it's kind of like a time machine. But look at that. Who else have we got? We've got Ram Man, Hordak. We've got like a recolor and Man at Arms. But if you have a look, he's like in the colours he was in the movie. Stinkor, who is sick, which is what it was, just a repaint of Merman with Mechanex armour. And is it Spider's gun or not? Is it Webster's gun or Many Faces' gun? I can't remember, but that's sick. And then you got Teela in those colours, in the mad green colours, and then that's Merman there, look. So I wonder if Merman, I think Merman and Stinkor are just repaints but with different weapons, but that's exactly how they did them back in the day, so that's fucking awesome. I'm saving the best to last, but only a close best, because this next one is fucking awesome. Check this guy. Da-da! Toxic Avenger. Oh, don't fucking love Toxic Avenger, man. This is, do you know what? I get cussed for this by my friends. I always say this is one of my favourite things of all time, but when I talk about the Toxic Avenger, I'm not even fucking saying it. Toxic Avenger, the Toxic Avenger, Trauma's movie, and the cartoon series Toxic Crusaders is one of my favourite things of all time. I love that fucking mad toxic mutant shit, and nobody has the essence of toxic mutant shit more than the Toxic Crusaders and the Toxic Avenger. It just screams 80s toxic melt movie shit. So check that guy. You got Melvin there with his from the original poster of the movie. And what's cool about this is they released 2 different versions of this before. They released like a movie version and then they released a cartoon version. But then they've done this new repaint that's in these new colours, and he's got a glow-in-the-dark mop of Melvin. Look at that! Fucking bad boy. I was up when I was little. It was crazy. I watched Toxic Crusaders when I was little. Loved the cartoon. Never knew it was a movie until years later, where I recorded. This is just a mad tangent, like I like to go on. I recorded the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or I said I recorded it. I got my neighbour to record it for me. My friend's dad, I got him to record me the Texas Chainsaw Massacre of Sci-Fright, which was, I don't know if that's still on Sky. It was like Sci-Fi's horror channel. And back then, for anyone that's younger watching, you used to have to put your VHS tape in the recorder, set it to a timer, and then set it to record whatever program you wanted to see. Like if you were going to bed and you were on at like 3 in the morning, the recorder would record it for you. Now Sky does that automatically, but back in the day you used to have to set that shit with your VHS tape. And then what would happen is after it would start playing, it would start recording whatever came on next. So I got him to record me the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then after it had like 40 minutes of Toxic Avenger 2, and I was watching it and I was like, I fucking know this guy. This is from the cartoon Toxic Crusaders. I know this guy, because I remember he had the mop with the fucking melted face, and he had the tutu, and I'm like, so this was like a crazy little little rabbit hole that I delved into when I was like 12 years old or something, watching the Trauma movies. And then since then I met Lloyd Kaufman. I worked with him before. He's a crazy guy, but he's very fucking cool. What a legend Lloyd Kaufman is. I interviewed him, but the sound come out crap, and it was like shit lighting and stuff, so we never ended up using it. But hopefully I'll meet him again one day and we can get the interview again. Very, very crazy guy with lots of knowledge of the industry. Very good guy. And he is the CEO of Trauma Entertainment, the president of Trauma Entertainment, and the creator of the Toxic Avenger. That is his official title that he goes by. So yeah, man, that is fucking awesome. Loving that figure. Look, the back has even got like a cutout mask, which is just bizarre, but I fucking love that shit because they used to have old stuff like that on old toys and cereal boxes. The first superhero from New Jersey. I wonder if Bluntman and Chronic were the second ones. I don't know. I don't know enough about New Jersey superheroes. Anyway, the last one, and we couldn't have found a better fitting toy for Slime House. We've got Slime He-Man, Slime Pit He-Man. Just take a minute to take in how fucking awesome that is. So there was a figure called Slime Pit. Well, it wasn't a figure, it was a playset to go with the old Masters of the Universe figures. And you covered your figure in slime. So I take it this is like some mad aftermath, like once he's been taken by the slime and he's turned into some mad toxic melty slime He-Man. Look at that. He-Man, should I say. We got the... Is it Ed Repka? Oh no, Jason Edmonston. Big up Jason Edmonston every time, my guy. I love his artwork. Check that shit. So you got He-Man, Prince Adam, and then look, translucent again. I fucking love that translucent shit, especially when it's slime related. Look at that shit. That's why we called it Slime House, because I love that mad like melt movie 80s slime shit. That's why it's called Slime House, this channel. That's where the name comes from. So this guy is fucking awesome. I do know that they don't have any of these at fpcollectibles.com. Like the fact that we even got a few of these over here in England was just like a miracle, and I couldn't believe today when I opened up the package from Nick at Floston and it had one of these in. So fucking cool. Just take that in. Check it on the toy cam. So that's all for today. A nice run of Super 7 figures. Let's just have a little breakdown before we wrap it up. So we've got, well, let's work in reverse. We got Slime Pit He-Man, and then we got Melvin, the Toxic Avenger, Trauma's Toxic Avenger, fucking awesome. Then we've got Hordak of the Evil Horde, Masters of the Universe, another fucking dope figure. Followed by Nosferatu in the nice translucent colours. I'm loving these repaints. I'm such a fucking sucker for repaints. I went today to Forbidden Planet and I bought one of those Hikari Metaluna mutants, like that sofubi Hikari, and they had him in 2 colours and I couldn't decide which one, so I bought both of them because I was just like, I can't decide. And they'd been reduced loads from like 42 quid to a tenner, so I like, I'm just going to get both. I physically cannot choose. Right here in the shop, it's stressing me out trying to choose which one I want more, so I just got them both. I fucking love repaints. I love that shit. And then we've got the last one. Check that. Phantom Starkiller. Fucking awesome. So thanks for watching All Figured Out. As always, this episode is sponsored by fpcollectibles.com, Floston Paradise. And like I said, just because they might not have all these individual figures available now, because this shit's hot property, people pre-order it. You can pre-order the next hot property that's coming through. There's so much cool shit coming from Super 7 or ReAction this year, like you would not believe. If you have a look what they released it, is it like called to ToyCon in New York or whatever? If you have a look what they're releasing this year, fuck man, Rocky, Transformers, Beavis and Butthead, so much cool shit all coming from Super 7, and they're going to get it all at Floston Paradise. So make sure you keep locked on Floston Paradise, fpcollectibles.com, sign up to the mailing list, so as soon as something new drops, you're straight in there. I'm Theo Kane, this is Slime House TV, this is All Figured Out, shouts to Floston Paradise, but for now, we're gone. Boom.